Wrapping up our pre-race press conferences here at the New York International Showcase with some of our top talents from the Bullis School and beyond. We got Colin Abrams, Sutton, Payton Payne, and from Jamaica, our U20 World Bronze medalist and gold medalist with the 4x1, Shoya Douglas. Thank you all so much for joining me to close out the night. So,
for having us.
Yeah. Colin, you got the mic right now, so we'll start with you. Coming off of a crazy VA showcase, you did all of your work on that Saturday from the 1K with less than 2 hours of rest to run a 151 after a 224. Just take me back to that effort.
Yeah, it was a big day. A lot of training went into it. I mean, yeah, that day meant a lot to me coming in first with the 1K. My individual event, I knew it was going to be a stacked race, so just kind of wanted to get out there and compete to my best ability. And then I feel like for the SMR, it was more so just my team carried me through. Just every lap I was just thinking about, I want to break the national record for them, not for me, not for anything else, just for them and the school and the program. So I think that's what, was able to carry me through. There was minimal time, but I just had all the energy boost from my teammates, and they did everything to carry me through.
Absolutely, and getting to see you with your team in warm-ups, you're in an interesting position where you do not just the mid-distances, but some of the sprint relays, so you kind of get to be that bridge captain type of player where you're really part of the entire Bullis team. So just what does it mean to you to be in that kind of position?
I think it helps me a lot. I mean, being able to be parts of like the 4x4, as well as like run longer events like the mile, I think it all just helps my range and helps me become a better athlete. So I do love being a part of all different relays, and of course relays are super fun. Being able to compete as a team, it's just something bigger than yourself, and that always pushes you to your maximum and pushes you to your limits. So I think that being a part of the sprint relays and also being able to do some of the longer stuff definitely helps me out as just an athlete as a whole. And I love it. So,
what are your big goals for the 800, the event you're running this weekend?
Just to compete. I think that's what I always try to do, just go out there and compete to my best ability and give it my all. I think that's what I've been working on in the past couple of months, just every time stepping on the track, making sure that I'm leaving everything out there, just going out there and running as hard as I can.
We've seen some 152s, a 151 most recently. What are we going to see this weekend? We will find out. But moving on to your teammates who were part of some phenomenal individual and relay efforts at VA Showcase. Sydney, starting with you, anchoring that U.S. number 3 all-time 4x4, kind of continuing some of what Colin just said about the team. How do you see it from your perspective, just the whole Bullis team environment?
Yeah, just like Colin said, the relays are bigger than me. Just going around the track, just finishing the laps. I knew that for the team, trying to break the record, doing my best, just giving all I got, not putting a time on it, just finishing the lap, giving everything I got, and just doing my best effort.
Yeah, it's what you got to say to yourself when you're on the line. It's one of those little mental checks that you got to repeat to yourself to get locked in and everything. How does it differ when you come to a meet like this where a lot of your racing is going to be individual versus a meet where you're more relay focused?
Mm-hmm. Well, I know for like relay, I have my teammates hyping me up and just the energy is amazing. But I know for opens, it's a little bit different. Like, you can get a little bit nervous, but I think at the end of the day, I just know I have to give my best, put everything on the track, don't put a time on it, just know you're going to give all your effort and just see where that gets you.
And we know you as a bit of maybe a mid-longer sprinter, but you're going to be doing the 55 as well, right?
Mm-hmm.
So how do you expect that to help you once you get back to your bread and butter for your longer sprints?
Well, it's new to me too, but getting back on the starts, just getting that down, trying to help all the other parts of my races, because starting the 2, starting the 4, they're all sprints basically. So just helping my other races, getting the fundamentals down, and just doing the best I can.
Got to ask your future teammate Payton Payne here at the University of Florida. Congratulations to you, by the way, on those commitments. Colin as well for Stanford. But for you, have you kind of been helping Sydney get more used to that explosive start? Not that she's not used to it, because she's of course a very fast sprinter like you, but just have you kind of been helping her get ready for that shorter sprint coming this weekend?
Yeah, like in practice, she would ask me a lot to help her with her start, because she knows like I did the 55 and the 60, so me
US number 2.
Me just helping her and pushing her, just trying to make her be her best is what I'm trying to do. So yeah.
Yeah, and how do your teammates, in specific ways perhaps, like maybe traditions that you'd be willing to share, how do they push you to be your best?
Just practicing and just bringing the energy. We listen to music before and just having fun.
Now, I've kept Shanoya waiting here on the end for a while. I appreciate your patience. I'm going to come to you next. We'll get a few more thoughts from our Bullis Bulldogs. But for our under 20 world medalists, just tell me about that experience leading up to Lima this past summer and what you took away from it.
Can you just repeat that for me, please?
Your experience leading up to Lima, Peru, when you ran in the World Under 20 Championships with your team, getting the gold medal with Team Jamaica and the bronze medal in the 200. Just what did you take away from that whole experience?
It taught me a lot. It taught me to be able to perform in any type of weather because Lima kind of remind me of like how over there was cold. Here's cold because I'm pink, hands pink.
Yeah, I believe it was their winter during our summer in the northern hemisphere down there too.
It was very cold. So I learned a lot from there because now I am able to know how to close myself, warm up myself properly, the muscle well active, heat and everything. So it's like a learning step because of that I know to perform here.
Now, performing here is what you set out to do clearly by locking in for the New York International Showcase. What was the decision like to come up here to perform in an indoor meet, something that you're probably not used to at this time of year?
This is my first indoor meet. It was an experience.
Yeah.
I was practicing coming off the curve, right? And I tripped.
Yeah. What's it going to be like running two bends in the 200 instead of one?
I love a curve actually. I'm always good at running curves, so
yeah.
It's just gonna test my limit and how fast I can go around a curve right now.
Would you consider that the strong point, if there was any specific strong point of your 200 meter race?
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah, that would be my strong point.
And now that you get to experience it with a slight downgrade coming off that curve, like, take me back to when you were practicing that. What was that feeling like? Was there a specific thrill when you came off that curve for the first time in full stride?
It was like this push, like this wind pushing you down the straight air, and it was kind of easier to go down because it's less energy. It's just that the strength that you push off coming around, they're gonna take it into the next curve, right? And you see if you're mental and you're putting the work and you're used to the curve work, it will be much easier to take the other bend.
Definitely. So knowing you've had international experience like at Lima, you're now going to be racing an American national champion in Lisa Ray, who won the New Balance Nationals Outdoor in the 100 and the 200. So she's also in the 22s, not to mention Amaya Mearns coming over from Australia. So you're going to be really racing with some of the best. But to know that you can be in that environment, just tell me what you're looking to gain out of it all.
I love a competition. My coach always told me that a day will come where I'll get a competition and I can't beat the competition. But I think that's what I kind of want. I want to be able to have a goal. Like, I can see you and I was like, I want to beat you. You is my aim. When I beat you, I will PB after. That's my aim. That's what I think of competition. I don't fear competition because if you have the competition, you have a drive to push you. Like, it's just a different set of drive. Like, I'm very passionate about track and field, and I think you can hear that talk most time. But I do love competition because they push me. They like, it's like an obstacle that you need to go over, and when you go over the obstacle, you feel like it's just this feeling. It's like, I don't know how to explain.
It's one of those things that doesn't really require words to explain, right?
It's nice feeling.
Yes.
Of training work.
Yeah, that's what it is. I think I was going to ask you too, where in particular your passion for track and field stems from. If you have something to add, I would leave the floor to you. But I think you definitely touched on a good part of it.
I'm from an athletic family, right? My uncle played football for Jamaica, right? And then my mom did track and field. My aunt did track and field, right? My cousins, they did track and field. They were very fast also, right? So I think I got the passion from my mom because she had more Jamaica is like a very athletic track and field nation, right? So anytime there'll be any running on the TV, my family, well, they are like, we are watch them run and we are beat with family.
Yes.
So I think that's where the passion came from, because in my childhood I remember when there will be champs and
Yes.
the whole community. You would hear the pot covers and you would hear them shouting and going, eh? So I think that's where the passion came from, actually, by surrounding
Yeah.
environment.
Well, we hope all of our international fans will be hooting and hollering behind the screens tomorrow and Saturday. I'll give it all to you one more time. What's one big thing that you may or may not have mentioned already that you're looking to gain out of this weekend? I'll just have it come back this way.
I would love a medal.
Yeah?
Who don't love a medal, but I really want a medal. I want to work very hard for it.
Yeah. Peyton,
Just big PRs.
good luck with that.
Big PRs.
Big dogs.
Just more racing experience. This will be my first Open 800, so just getting more racing.
That's right,
experience
yeah.
on it
I was
as
going to say.
For sure.
Well, again, best of luck to you all there. We'll look out for these 4 tomorrow and plenty of others at the New York International Showcase. Stay tuned.